My wonderful eggheads, how are you? If you're here for cat food, you're in the wrong place. Why are you here? We're here to talk about laptop bags. What's this person doing? Okay, in this episode of Newegg Now, size actually matters. This is the 13-inch laptop sleeve bag. If your laptop is a 15-inch or 17-inch, I'm sorry, you're too heavy for this ride. But if you or someone you know has a 13-inch laptop or tablet, please keep watching. All right, first of all, this bag does not discriminate between brands. So, MacBook Air 13-inch, MacBook with Retina display, MacBook Air 11.6, Microsoft Surface Pro 2018, Samsung Chromebook, Google Pixelbook, Acer Chromebook, Dell XPS, Lenovo Yoga, you get the point. All of these will fit very nicely. Okay. All right, the bag itself weighs about a pound, so it's really light. It's got a nice neutral gray color to it, so it's gonna match just about any outfit. You can customize the look even more with the hideable handles. Let me demonstrate. Hideable handle on that end and on this end as well. Check that out. No more handles, you can hold it like a clutch. It also boosts a full 180-degree opening. What does that mean? I will demonstrate. Full 180-degree opening. Bam, that is pretty cool. Some bags only open up at the top, right? So you end up stuffing your papers and your computer in there, things get ripped. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Of course, there is the protective sleeve for the laptop itself. And on the other side, we have the multi-pocket design so that everything is in perfect working order. Easily place all of your accessories like books, notebooks, iPad, portable keyboard, organize your chargers and mice, a few slots for pens even, right there, right? So this is great for any college student or writer, architect, lawyer, very multi-purpose. There's a luggage belt. What's a luggage belt, Kenan? Well, that's this thing right here, right? So when you're wheeling your luggage through the airport or to work, you can attach that to the handle and makes it easier to walk around. The bag is double zippered, right? So the zippers work on both ends, so whether you're left or right-handed, the thing is equally convenient. Convenience is key with a bag, in my opinion. Finally, the bag is dust-proof and waterproof. Please don't put your computer in the bag and then go swimming with it, of course. What this means is that if you're crossing the street or grabbing a cab and it's raining, you've got some time. You don't have to worry, but it's not a life raft. Okay, you get it. You're the eggheads. So for the exact to the inch to the centimeter interior and exterior dimensions as well as price, please check the link or the description below. All in all, a wonderful multi-purpose bag for you or anyone you know with an 11.6 to 13-inch device. This has been Newegg Now, and now you know. What's up, eggheads? Welcome to another edition of Newegg Now. I'm your host, your guide, your product guru, Kenan, and all I care about is helping you find products that improve your life and deliver great value for a reasonable price. When I'm not product guruing, I like to be active. I like to sometimes do extreme things like traverse black diamond slopes up at Whistler or whitewater rafting in Colorado, or just trying to get through a meal at Olive Garden without hating myself. My point is, when we do extreme things, we want evidence. Enter the Dragon Touch Vista 5 4K Ultra HD action camera. Now, when you experience the extreme, you'll have extremely awesome evidence. Let's take a look at this technological delight, shall we? First of all, we have a nice 2-inch screen. A lot of action cameras top out at 1.5 inch. Trust me, the larger the screen, the happier the shoot. I think we all know that. And it's not only large, but it's also a touch screen. So no need to deal with annoying buttons. With touchscreen, it's not only easier to navigate, operate, and shoot, but it means less time fussing around with electronics. And that means more time enjoying your fun activities. And not just that, but there's also zoom. A lot of sports action cameras don't have any kind of zoom. This has 4 times zoom. You can be filming at 4K, 30 FPS, and still have 4 times zoom. That's a videographer's dream. Now, I did mention some extreme sports to give you some examples as to when you might use this. I mentioned surfing, but Kenan, what about the water? Is it waterproof? Oh yeah. So not just surfing or swimming, you could film yourself navigating a shipwreck with a dive crew. You could time-lapse a coral reef for scientific study. So I'm just realizing it's not even just for extreme sports people. You can go so deep underwater with this and catch high definition video. This could work for so many different purposes. The possibilities are really endless because Dragon Touch has provided us with a lot of awesome goodies that help us expand the amount of things we can do. Woo, Christmas! Let's check out what we got. Yes. They have a couple little gadgets that help you connect the camera to the car. That's right, there's driving mode. Isn't that pretty cool? So in driving mode, you can connect the camera with the car's internal cigarette lighter. The camera will turn on automatically if you start the car, and it'll of course turn off when you stop the car. Isn't that nice? So, no matter which resolution you choose, the Vista 5 sports camera delivers spectacularly smooth and steady videos in up to 4K at 30 FPS, ensuring excellent experience in shooting fast-moving objects and sports. So what other perhaps software goodies do we have in here? Well, the built-in Electronic Image Stabilization, EIS, detects position and motion changes. The distortion calibration function delivers fairly rich colors and fluid motions, still producing stable videos whenever the action camera tilts, moves, shakes, or experiences impact. So you could theoretically fight a bear on a train and it would still look smooth. Do not fight a bear, ever. No bears. I briefly touched on it before, but yes, there is time-lapse for photo and video. Epic moments can be recorded in time-lapse mode, like sunrise and sunset, flowers sprouting and blossoming, or just people coming and going. Oh, and the recording time. A full charge will get you about 180 minutes at 720p. 180 minutes. That's longer than a feature film, no big deal. About 90 minutes at 1080p, and a full hour at 4K or 2.7K. A full hour at 4K, that's crazy. The video format will be MP4, stored on a micro SD card of up to 64 gigabytes, not included. Don't get greedy. A class 10 micro SD card is recommended for the camera, and you should format it in the camera before recording. The camera will work from 23 Fahrenheit up to 113 Fahrenheit. That's -5 centigrade to 45 centigrade. So, from the base of Everest to the Sahara, from the rivers of Colorado to the waves of Bali, or watching your friends try to eat all the endless breadsticks. The Dragon Touch Vista 5 4K Ultra HD action camera. This has been Newegg Now, and now you know. What's up, eggheads? Kenan here with another episode of Newegg Now, where we bring you the latest and greatest tech for the best prices. We live in a futuristic world, right? Where everything's connected, but sometimes it's a little difficult to keep track of everything. Staying in touch with people, remembering appointments, making sure we get our exercise. This is why smartwatches are so great. They don't just tell time. They're like travel buddies on your wrist. Your health and fitness data is tracked and logged in your devices. Smartwatches keep you connected to everything without having to constantly hold your phone. You can easily run, bike, and do a lot of things that would make having a phone at hand inconvenient while remaining available. So a smartwatch is like the best solution to maintaining constant connection while preserving your sense of singularity. So, a smartwatch is really useful these days, and this one is a doozy. Whoa, the HUAWEI WATCH GT2. Let's get right into it because there is just so much. First of all, it is elegantly packed. I already feel like what I'm holding must be the Ferrari of smartwatches because the box looks so cool. And it continues to be that way when I open it up. Oh my gosh, look at that, so gorgeous. The first thing we see is the attractive 1.39-inch AMOLED screen, big enough to see everything comfortably without being annoying on your wrist. I'm gonna put it on. All right, the watch is on now. The wristband feels very gentle and smooth to the touch, no irritation to the skin, which is really important for a watch. You might be wearing this for weeks, right? And I just wanna say the wristband itself, can we get a close-up on that? Has tons of notches, tons of notches. So no matter the size of your wrist or whoever you might be giving this to as a gift, whatever size wrist they have, this is gonna work. And it feels very light. The weight is only about 50 grams, feels like nothing, okay? And despite having a microphone and speaker, this baby's waterproof. And when I say waterproof, I mean to an insane degree, up to 5 atmospheric pressures. That's 50 meters or 150 feet underwater. The standard depth for an advanced scuba diver is only 30 meters or about 100 feet. So you are good, my friend. All right, do you like listening to music while you work out, take a walk, or go for a jog? The HUAWEI GT2 watch can store up to 500 songs. You can enjoy music from your favorite playlist without having to have the phone on you. And while you're doing this, you'll have real-time heart rate monitoring. And also while you're doing this, you can enjoy built-in GPS. Let me say that one more time. Built-in GPS. Okay, most smartwatches don't have built-in GPS. They need a smartphone nearby. With the HUAWEI Watch GT2, you can let it all loose. You can go out for a jog, put on your wireless earphones, and direction via GPS, all powered by your watch. And of course, any watch doing this much work will use a substantial amount of power. But at standard operation, the watch can be worn for 14 days under battery-friendly conditions. You can go 5 full days with the screen continuously on, along with continuous sleep monitoring, stress tracking, heart rate monitoring, as well as receiving notifications from your other applications. This watch does everything. All right, I've taken the watch off now, and I want to give you a look inside to see just a portion of the functionality. It's going to be hard to show you everything, all right? But here, we've got these training programs like running courses, outdoor run, indoor run, outdoor cycle, pool swim, right? Check this out, trail run, triathlon. I want to run a triathlon, elliptical. Oh, and there's that heartbeat, right? All these things that help us train. That heartbeat, it monitors your heart rate throughout the day, even while you sleep. And it monitors your freaking sleep. With HUAWEI TrueSleep 2.0, your HUAWEI GT2 watch can scientifically track and diagnose problems with 6 common types of sleep, providing tips for better rest. And during sleep, you'll have breathing analysis and awards providing an overall sleep quality score. There's so many more functions like stress release with breath training, a function for detecting oxygen saturation. This is some high-level stuff. Blood oxygen saturation, or SpO2, is one of the important vital signs that can reflect the oxygen supply in the body. HUAWEI Watch GT2 supports single-time SpO2 level measuring, helping you detect the level of oxygen in the blood whenever you want or need. So how do I put this in just a few words? This is like God mode for your life. All day monitoring activity, step count, the number of times you stand up, the average periods for high intensity activities, sleep monitoring, get your notifications for SMS, email, calendar, all other social media applications. You can also use other features like time, alarm, stopwatch, flashlight, of course, find my phone. There's all the sports functionalities, right? The passimeter, fitness tracker, chronograph, heart rate tracker, swimming heart rate monitoring. Take it to an advanced scuba diver just for swimming laps in the pool. Outdoor run or walk, indoor run or walk, elliptical or rower. Oh yeah, of course there's Bluetooth, and obviously you can use the watch to tell the time. Compatible with Android and iOS, the ultimate, the beautiful, the super functional, waterproof smartwatch that tells you everything about everything and keeps you in the loop even when you're physically out of the loop, the HUAWEI Watch GT2. This has been Newegg Now, and now you know. Hey eggheads, nice to see you again. If you clicked on this link, you're probably in the market for a solid state drive. You might be wondering if it's better than a traditional hard disk drive. I mean, hard disk drives are typically much cheaper, right? And they're also much slower. And doesn't the adage go, slow and steady wins the race? No! Well, yes, but that was Aesop, the Greek philosopher, around 500 BC. And albeit wise, he was not talking about hard drives. When shopping for hard drives, we want lightning speed, minimal power consumption, lots of storage, and we want our things to be tiny. Bigger is not always better. Why are all these sayings wrong? Today, we're looking at the ORICO M.2 NVMe 256GB SSD. That is not easy to say, but it's easy to see why I like it. First of all, it's solid state. Traditional hard drives have a spinning platter where data is stored via magnetism. That's pretty cool. But if you're traveling or move your computer sometimes like a normal person, the disk can wobble around and corrupt your data. Solid state stores data in microchips, so there are no moving parts. I've personally walked away from hard disk drives forever. I only use solid state, and trust me, no one is paying me to say that. SSD uses what's called flash memory controller. This M.2 NVMe drive has a new 3D NAND flash controller. That's a lot of jargon. What does that mean? Okay, in 3D NAND flash, the memory cells are stacked vertically, greatly increasing storage capacity from the 2D flash storage. It also triples the lifespan of the storage device. This all translates, of course, to fewer dollars per gigabyte. And that's what I care about most, delivering you great value while saving you more money. Aren't I a great friend? You also get much better data writing and data reading performance. After running some benchmark tests of my own, I found out that this drive has a read speed of 2,000 megabytes per second. It's 2 gigs per second. And a write speed of 1600 megs per second, or 1.6 gigs per second. Of course, this is when it's installed into a PCIe Gen 3 slot on a motherboard, okay? This is PCIe Gen 3 compatible. PCIe Gen 3 ensures high bandwidth, low latency, and really efficient power consumption. If you don't have that type of slot, and you want something on the go, ORICO also has an external housing product for this drive to make it more mobile, but that's sold separately, okay? They do have an external housing product sold separately. So if you're a photographer or shooting a movie on location or something and have to data dump, you can use this as an external drive with the external housing. But then of course, you'll be limited to the theoretical speed of the USB 3.1 connection. You'll probably get half to 3/4 the internal performance speed, but that still will be much faster than any SATA drive. ORICO action packs this thing with superb reliability. It comes with LDPC intelligent correction, which is the best error correction in SSD storage. For extra protection, you can apply the included heatsink and thermal silicon pad directly to the SSD to ensure stable performance without slowdown caused by overheating. Check this out. Included heatsink and thermal pad, right there for you in the box. And if that wasn't already enough, ORICO has also included a 5-year warranty, so you can be rest assured no matter what happens, you are taken care of. We live in a world of data, projects, photos, movies. We want to save our files reliably and quickly. Hard disk drives might be cheaper per gigabyte, but you pay a great expense when the disk wobbles and accidentally burns your data. For just a little extra money, get yourself the amazing security of a solid-state drive by ORICO. The M.2 NVMe SSD 256 gigabyte drive. 3D flash storage, PCIe Gen 3 compatible, plug it into external housing if you need. Get read speeds up to 2,000 megabytes per second, write speeds up to 1,600 megs per second. Of course, ORICO does make the same type of drive in 128, 256, 512, and even 1 terabyte. It's compatible with Windows Vista, Mac OS, Linux, so no matter what system you're on or how much data you need, ORICO's M.2 NVMe SSD will most likely be a great solution for you or a great gift for any data junkie in your life. Right now it comes in around 70 bucks, a little more if you want the 512 or 1 terabyte, a little less for the 128. For the specific price, check the description or click the link below. But in any case, I hope you found this video useful. This has been Newegg Now, and now you know.